I know you did like the triad combat thing, which was obviously, straight hands a little bit, but how is training been for this so far?
Um, it's it's been all right. It's been good, man. Good camp. Same team, boxing coach. I love working with my boxing coach. My boxing team over there. There's some. What's cool is that the young ones really really pump us up at the boxing gym. Sometimes we wait around at sparring and we watch some of the little guys try to knock each other out, like little kids. They're trying to get each other. So we go a little harder when we go in there. The tempo has to keep rising in the gym. Uh, some of these young guys, they can outrun me for sure. If we go do like some miles, oh man, they'll like run away. I can't see them. They'll come back. They'll do it again. I'm like, dang man. They go all the way out of my sight and then come back to me and then do it again and then come back. I'm like, man, I'm old and fat, but I'm heavy and I got power and I don't know what it's hard to train for bare knuckle. It kind of is. It's hard to train for it. We're not gonna know what it's like until we get out there and do it. So that's kind of my thought process on how camp has been, things like that. I know it's going to be different when we get in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, MMA is like that to a certain degree, right? Like in training, you have to pull your punches sometimes, and you have to do some things to make sure you're not going full force. But this, it's not like you can train every day with no gloves on or anything, right? It's like you want to save yourself for the day of the fight.
Yeah, you can mess your knuckies up, man. You can mess your hands up but at the boxing gym when we spar, we got gloves and headgear on and we go for it. We try to bust each other up. It's a little different from the MMA stuff because I feel like we weren't trying to knock each other out. Now that's all we try to do. We bust each other up or we hit each other pretty hard at the boxing gym.
Yeah, how happy have you been with the past few months and everything? I know to some people the parting ways with the UFC was a surprise, but it seems like you got a lot of good opportunities. Do you feel pretty good with the choices you made and the places you're at right now?
Yeah, uh, I'm doing pretty good in life. I'm happy. What can I say? You know, um, there's still some time left before the fight. Still, some more training needs to be done. Uh, I'm pretty ready as is. It's I got to maintain and try to add on to that. And I'm focused on the fight. Every question you ask kind of leads me to the ring. Mentally, I'm like, I'm ready to go fight this guy. So, it's just a waiting game.
For sure. And, before I do these interviews, I obviously kind of look back at some of the stories we've written on you and stuff and your social media. And I noticed it's been, right about a year since the birth of your son. And I know for you, like talking in other interviews, that was a kind of a big turning point, or at least you wanted it to be in life and everything. Do you feel like now that we're kind of, a year out, almost to the day of that, have you noticed maybe this past year has provided a lot of positive change and all the things you wanted since, that moment came about? Are you where you want to be in that sense?
Absolutely. I just got a new house. I don't really have a spot yet that I like do these interviews. I'm kind of sitting in a funny area right now because I haven't set up for this. We just moved in, but we got my dog, a backyard. We got some more space for the family, uh, more closet space, more bathrooms, and that's a blessing. It's great. So love our new house, love our new area. Still not too far from the gym. Actually closer to different gyms now, so I can kind of mix it up, chop it up, on how I'm gonna get my work. Take care of my body differently with that aspect than like the last camp. And like I said, all your questions lead me back to the ring. I'm prepared for this fight, baby. That's it. Every day, I'm ready to
Yeah.
jump in that ring.
Well, let's talk about the fight because I think when you signed, a lot of people had pointed to Julian Lane. It's like, I think that'd be a fun fight and everything, but we didn't know exactly which way they were going to go in terms of booking you. And then that whole incident happened at the event and everything. Can you just
Mm-hmm.
give your perspective of like what exactly went down there? Because some people, of course, there's the conspiracy theorists everywhere being like, hey, maybe that altercation was a little too convenient, or to you, like, were you completely blindsided by everything that happened there? And just walk us through kind of what happened that night.
Yeah. I guess I was ready like throughout the night, but then when they brought me over, and I had a few drinks that night, so I wasn't fully clear headed, and wasn't totally sober. I had tried to drink some water before I went over there to do the interview. I tried to like take some deep breaths, be like, oh man, I gotta try to sober up. And I don't know. He threw those cards at me. Whatever, bro. It's the situation kind of pisses me off still, I guess. But um, we're gonna get our chance. I'm gonna get my chance to fight him fair and square. No guardrails. You know, I'll be able to control the space and the distance, and we'll see how it works out. He's got experience in bare knuckle, but I think I got experience in being better, a better fighter. Um, it just comes down to getting in there and doing it. I'm ready for that. So, you know, uh, fuck that guy, bro. He pissed me off with that. The response that I received on the internet was pretty good. It benefited me. Um, Still pissed me off. Whatever.
What pisses you off the most? I mean, because I know you're a guy, you want to represent yourself well. You're going there in the commentary booth, and then he goes and starts something with you, and obviously you're not just gonna sit there and take it, right? I know the kind of guy you are. So, like, were you kind of pissed off that he put you in that position in the first place?
It's it's a learning experience, you know. I guess I was pissed off he put me in that position, but like I said, it's a learning experience in life. People aren't always going to do what you want them to do. I guess sometimes they're going to come up with their own shit. And, you know, he's begging for attention. He's going to get it on Feb 19th, 18th, 17th, 16th. All week that I see him, he's going to get some attention from me. So let's go.
Were you very aware of him, like, before you got into BKFC? Did you watch The Ultimate Fighter with like the famous "Let Me Bang Bro" stuff and all that? Like, were you kind of aware of who this guy was and why he had some, I guess, popularity behind his name?
Does he? Does he have some popularity?
I
No.
mean, for the right or wrong reasons, I don't know. Like, he is a meme to a degree when you call it that way. So I don't know, however you want to classify
No,
it, I
I
guess.
know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah, people
Yeah.
know the let me bang bro fucking like moment and on tough. It's hilarious. He's a little bitch. A little crybaby, or he has some drinks, and it's funny. It's funny to me. I'm kind of like, damn, man. This is an opportunity though. But I'm kind of like, damn, no one wants to really. I don't know if anyone wants to really fight a bum. You want to fight the biggest names in the game, but it's because of where I've had, it's where I'm going right now. And you know what I got to do? I got to do my fucking job. I got to go out there and beat this bum like he is a bum. I got to destroy him. And I'm going to do my best, and I'm probably going to. I'm probably going to destroy him. I hope so. I'm going to do my best. But fighting is a funny game.
Yeah, we know anything can happen in there. But do you feel like, even just mentally, you seem like in a good place, like during the week or even in the fight itself, do you feel like someone you can agitate and maybe throw him off, wherever he's at, whether it's in the fight as strategy or just get him to be kind of a loose cannon throughout fight week? Because he seems like he's got a pretty short fuse in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, maybe because he kind of, I don't know, the way that the situation went with him, I try to think like, oh, always be ready. Always be prepared to figure out the situation. And ever since that time that he threw those cards at me, I was like, I kind of scanned the area. I told myself, I was like, oh, I expected this. But then once it comes, it's still not completely understandable. And you're trying to like figure it out. And like when I was trying to figure it out, I was like, how am I going to get a hold of him? He's over this guardrail. So I reached over, and I don't like how the video looks because it was real, but it just was an awkward situation. And when I kind of tried to hit him, but I don't know. And then he got one in there, and he got me. Oh, he got my lip. I got so pissed. I just started hitting him in the head. And then it was over. That was it. It was like 2 seconds. So in the ring, if it's 2 seconds, it should be a better clash because, no excuses. But that wasn't a pro fight. So it was 2 pro fighters, though, fighting in their situation. So, he played me. Whatever. Fucker.
Hey,
I gotta beat this guy up, bro. As simple as that. Let's go.
And it gets the excitement around the fight too, right? So a lot of people want to see this. It's on a big card for them and everything. For you, I mean, I know you fought in a lot of different environments and stuff. Like, is a key to this maybe not overthinking it, like the rules, the ring size, all these different things? Like at the end of the day, it's a fight, right? And I feel like that's where you feel like you thrive the best in any circumstances. So are you like doing a lot of preparation for the rules itself, the circular ring, things like that, or do you just kind of go with the mentality like it's a fight, I go in there and just do my thing?
But we spar in a boxing ring. That's all the circle that I need at this moment. I think he's like I said, 2 MMA fighters, right? We're 2 pro fighters. That's what I said. But his striking is like an MMA fighter. Mine is too. But I think I'm a better striker than these MMA guys. So we're going to get in that circle, and I think I'm going to use it better than he will. I think he's stiffer than I am. I think, and I think I take a shot better, even though I'm trying not to get hit. But at the end of the day, if you know Mike Perry, I'm probably hittable. You can hit me because I don't care. I kind of like it a little bit. So, let me bang boy's going to get his wish.
Did the win over Michael Seals give you a lot of confidence? I know, trailer trad combat is kind of its own little thing too, but I think a lot of people are really impressed by what you did there, especially, the early knockdown, you rally to win. I thought that was, a really great showing of just everything that makes you you. So does that like boost your confidence a lot going into this, or do you kind of feel the same?
Definitely. Thank you. I like the way you said it. It's definitely been in the conversations lately. I just went out, I did my best, and I want to do better. It would be nice if I don't get knocked down and I knock him down and get the win and bust his face up and try not to get my face too messed up. So those are the goals. Um, and I'm a tough critic on myself, you know, especially with that Triller fight. But I obviously I'm proud of myself because to me, I was fighting things in my head. I was fighting the past. I was fighting my future. I was fighting, you know, and I guess I'm doing that again. But it's different this time because I like closed some doors with that Triller fight, and it allowed me to advance as a person and grow. And I'm doing it again. I'm growing mentally, spiritually, physically in preparation for this fight. So I can't wait to do it because I've been ready and I still have to wait. It's annoying.
Yeah. When you say you close some doors, what do you mean by that exactly?
Like, you know, I was looking at Michael Seals as an opponent that had beaten me in the past,
Right.
or a couple of opponents that had beaten me in the past. And it's really me against me in there because when he knocked me down, that made me fight so much better.
Yeah.
It made me go, like, I wiped my face and I was like, all right, relax. Stop getting overzealous. Stop trying so hard and try to let it come to you a little more. Try to counter a little more. And in this fight, I just want to do 100 times better than I did in the Triller fight. And I'm physically as prepared already. So I think I'm stronger this time. I think I'm healthier, faster, meaner. So I I don't know what else to say or do. I gotta do shit. I gotta go do some more training tonight. I was taking a little nap before we got on the phone.
Hey, well, I appreciate you getting up and spending a few minutes with me. I won't keep you too much longer. I'm curious, though, fighter pay is always a big topic in combat sports and everything. Can you shed any insight on how BKFC is treating you on that front? Like, you feel very well compensated for what you're doing here? Is it a step up from the UFC, lateral? How would you describe that side of it?
Well, they, you know, the Triller was a big step up. Um, BKFC is a step up from the UFC as far as the contract goes right now. Uh, no one's paid me yet. I mean, Triller paid me. So
Yeah.
before the Triller fight, people used to ask me that question, and I would go, "Well, I haven't been paid yet." So that's the thing about fighting. You have to do the job, then you get paid. Most people's jobs is kind of like a weekly or a bi-weekly. This is like yearly. You fight like
Right.
once or twice, and so it's that's the annoying part. I gotta wait and wait and wait, and then when I go in there and fight this guy, then they're gonna pay me. So technically, right now they haven't done anything for me.
Right. No, that's a good way to put it. In that sense, how many times do you hope to get paid this year? I mean, you're fighting pretty early in February. Is there a game plan for what you want this year to look like? Is it going to be all BKFC fights? Is there a possibility of returning to MMA at any point? Is it going to be more Triller? What's kind of do you have in your mind beyond this one itself?
Mm, that's a good question because I kind of think about, you know, I don't want to. It's not like I'm training grappling right now. There's no point to train
Hmm.
grappling right now. Maybe some clinch stuff, but no ground. You know, I like how training is right now. I wear shoes all the time. You know, I wear different. I like my outfits. You know what I mean? I try to wear stuff that I feel swaggy in. Um, and you know, let's get through this fight first. Once we get through this, obviously the offers have to match.
Hmm.
So maybe it'd be another BKFC fight, and I go out there and do what I'm supposed to do against this guy, I should be fighting for the title, be
Yep.
a champion this year. So let's do it. Let's go. I'm the main event over a championship fight. It's Platinum Perry main event, baby. Let's
Yep.
go.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So you are the main event. I saw it on the poster. I just wasn't 100% sure, but that says a lot about you and how they must think of you. That for the debut, they're putting you over 2 championship fights. I think.
Over 2.
Yeah.
Dang, let's go. Oh yeah. Well, it don't even matter which 2. There's some good fights on the card.
There
There's
is.
some good fighters in the BKFC organization. There's some good guys. I've chatted with a few. Obviously, there's a couple assholes. We're not gonna worry about them. We're gonna do our thing, and I hope everybody tunes in February 19th to watch Platinum put these hands on a man.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for that. So, just to circle back on one thing you said there, you're really enjoying this. I think the opportunities for boxing, whether it's bare knuckle or straight boxing or whatever Triller's doing, like they seem to be there. Is there a possibility that you don't fight MMA again, or do you still like have the itch to do something like that? Or if these opportunities keep stacking up on this side, you're not trained in the grappling, like you're happy with where you're at. Is there a possibility you're maybe just done with MMA?
Maybe it's 50-50 because I don't know. I mean, this is kind of built for me
Mm-hmm.
mentally. This is like, look, in the UFC and when I did MMA, I would train grappling for hours and all the time. I trained grappling. And then what did I do when I got in the ring? I
Strike.
just I just tried to punch people.
Yeah.
So now it makes sense because I'm like just trying to punch people and I'm just trying to feel good while I move and punch and move and punch. And so now I'm gonna go in a fight and I'm gonna move and punch. And it makes sense. Shout out to the big names in the UFC, the celeb guys that people want to be like. They do their thing. It's a fun sport, fun to watch MMA. We just need to, that's what I'm here for. And BKFC is to show people, you know, the bare knuckle boxing is fun and we can watch it. And I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna make it look good, baby.
Awesome, man. And when you say that, what's the last thing? What does that perfect performance look like? I mean, I'm sure in some fights you wish you could go knock the guy out in 5 seconds, but for this one, do you want to get some rounds in to, get some feeling, especially if you win here, you're going to be fighting for a championship. There's someone experienced on that side of it. Like, do you want to get some feels for the environments if it's, 2, 3 rounds or whatever, or is your ideal goal to go in and smash this guy as quick as possible?
Well, there's the ideal goal, and then there's this thing that I saw in my contract when I received the bout agreement and stuff like that, and it says at the event of a tie at the end of 5, there is a sudden death round, a 6th round that you don't even know if you're doing when you first enter the fight, a 6th 2-minute round. So let's get to let's. I hope he's good, and I mean, I hope it looks great. I hope the fans enjoy the whole fight, every second that it lasts. Maybe we go to the sudden death round and I starch him. That's ideal because it would be nice to get some experience, like you're saying, some ring time. Or I go out there like, Platinum Mike or Iron Mike or whichever one you want. And I just, and stick him hard and make it too tough for him to continue.
Awesome, man. Well, very much looking forward to it. Appreciate you taking the time, Mike. I'm glad to see that you're in a good place, training wise, mentally, personally, and everything like that, man. So it's always good catching up to you and enjoy the rest of camp. And we'll be watching this fight for sure.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Tune in, bare knuckle. Watch Platinum take over.
Yes, sir.